teach you, which is so mission critical important. And tomorrow I'm going to have a booth, and Sunday I'm going to have a booth. I want you to stop by because Facebook just made a new edition, which is outstanding for this industry and you personally. It allows you in this new operating system, and I'm going to show you there's 3 steps. You can turn off your friends list so other people from other companies called chicken hawking come over and meet your people and say, hey, I see you're a Kangen distributor, and they can then come and coach your friends or present to your friends. This I'm going to show you is free. I'm going to encourage everybody to do it. The only thing it does is it turns off your visible friends. So you have all your network, you have all your conversations, you have all your friends, but people can't come to your page and see, I see that he, she, him. They can't come and do that. So I'm really going to encourage everybody with this new edition. So many people got frustrated by this new edition of Facebook. And the truth is, it's really a gift. Some of the things they've done have made it far easier and really building it for our industry. Through reputation. So what I talk about is it's 15 minutes a day for a direct selling professional. And that is, you take a photo of your team. In this case of this weekend, I want to put a challenge out to all of you. I want you to take pictures with your team, with your group, with your sponsor, with your upline, with Mr. Ashura, with Don Prosser, with Leah, with all these people here. This is very seldom. Once a year when this type of thing comes together. This is mass media, but just think of this room. If we all just posted one photo, said we're having the time of our life with our team on this 3-day training, we're having a good time, we're helping people, working on our health, we're working on the 3 principles they taught earlier, financial health, physical health, as we go on through this. The world's watching. Not many people are having fun today. Not many people are making the money they need to today. Very few people are working on their health because they're just almost giving up on themselves. Well, the truth is everyone's reinventing themselves. And social media is one of those great personal branding tools that you can do shameless self-promotion for free. I managed Tony Robbins for 13 years, and we would spend $20 million plus a year on personal branding, several $100 million a year on buying airtime. I can do this for you today better for free. Because this is what social media, internet marketing allows you to do. So this is something new. It doesn't replace what's working, but it's something that you'll look at and really incorporate in your brand. Post one thing a day. If you have a smartphone, you take one picture, you say, send it to Facebook, make a comment, it's posted, you're now a social media expert. Who can't do that? One photo on your cell phone, upload it to your Facebook page, there you are, a social media expert. That took 30 seconds. Then make 10 comments on your upline and your downline. The reason why I say this is a brand I'm going to talk about. We are doing social media for you with this list type system, and we're going to show you that later. But when you put things on your page about Kangen, about your team, and about things, unless there's comments, it's called a dead channel. So if you pick 10 people on your team, let's say, for example, this is your team, and you make 10 comments, and you make 10 comments, when people see information on a page and they see a lot of comments, a lot of traffic, they go, oh, something's going on there. It's like if there was a restaurant on the street, another restaurant. No one at the first restaurant, no one at the second restaurant, and the third restaurant had a line going around it 3 times. Where would you go? By and large, even if it was barbecue, you'd go eat it. Whatever it is, you'd go there. It's the same way with social media. If you just post Kangen water, it's like if you walk into a party and you go, buy my product. It's not very attractive. So really it's about understanding conversational marketing. And these guys were just talking about that. It's creating conversation. People ask me, Bill, how do you do this? I go online and sure I can teach infinite word marketing, sponsoring, recruiting locally, nationally, globally, but then what do I say? What would you say if you walked into a party? So now the pre-existing conversation's going on. You see what they're talking about. You can join in the conversation. You can create a conversation. You can collaborate in a conversation. And we're going to teach a lot of these things along the way. So number 2 is comment. Make 10 comments a day on your upline and downline. And then on your home page wall, just make comments on your team randomly. Because imagine if we got just this room and we all posted one thing. We would literally touch a couple 100 million people. I have 5,000 people on my Facebook page. And then it's also how many friends do they have. So if I post one thing, 2.3 million people see this. This is better than television. Now imagine if just 500 of us posted one thing. If you're here with your team, you're here with your upline, you're here with Mr. O'Shea, you're here at a product launch, you're here at the Bushido event, you're here. I mean, look at what's going on. Think how many lives we touch every day. Think how much help we do every day. It's my job to help you, to help yourself, to help others. What if this was a mission where we just connected with people? And we just connected one person each week, and 500 of us connected one person next week. That's 1,000. And we just connected one person next week. That's 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 16,000, 32,000. The logarithmic multiples of just touching one person. It's my job to help one person. And if I earnestly build that relationship, and I care about that relationship, and teach the same skill, imagine what the multiples would be of Kangen water. We talked about the penetration in this valley. What was 2/100 of 1%? So we have some work to do. Yes, it's a gold mine, but that means we've got to share this with people. We've got to have demos, we've got to have parties, we've got to have our Facebook. And we have to look like we're doing. The law of attraction means that we have to be attractive. So we have to have our life and lifestyle and be transparent. I'm writing a book now called Live Transparent in the Social World. It's just about this conversational strategy. So here I say show the love. Again, it's the 10 comments on the page. So you have your team, you pick them every day and you do it. Critical. This is a magnificent thing on Facebook, but on the upper right-hand side of everyone's Facebook page, it shows you every one of your friends' birthdays. And I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is say happy birthday to every one of those people. But people like that kind of warm market relationship. Maybe you haven't connected with them in a while. Maybe you want to talk to them. Maybe they're a school friend. Maybe they're a life friend, a relationship friend, a family member, whatever. This is a great, easy skill to do. But I think this is the essence of social media. In this industry, they say, I got that guy. I got her in my downline. I put a shackle on her, I put her down in the basement. She's no longer a networker. He's no longer a networker. How about I find someone? Don't we all want to be loved? Don't we all want to make our contribution? Don't we all want our contribution to bring significance to us, both personally and professionally? This is done if we change the ideology of catching people or finding people. How many people are reinventing themselves today in this down economy? Lots. Virtually everybody. And the thing I'll say about this, the times in my life I've been most successful, making enormous amounts of money, is when I was outcome oriented. The times in my life I got penalized, lost the most amount of money, and had the most pain and hardship is when I was income oriented. So pursuing what you love, if you do what takes 3% of your effort to get 100% return, that's effortless prosperity. This is who we are as a people. We can all identify with each other. If I sit and listen to you and ask you 10 questions about yourself, one of the things in my training, the 10 questions, I could talk to somebody and ask them 10 questions. And then repeat it back to them. How did you know that about me? How did you know those deep secrets of mine? We'll talk about that later. But this is the type of conversational marketing. Today, the answer is the question. I want you to write this down. Today, the answer is the question. Conversational marketing is about empowerment. Empowerment is by listening. I can't tell you my goals, impose my goals on you. I can ask you, what are your goals? Now, let's craft that within the structure of what we do. So, if you come to the booth in the next 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to show you how to do it. But this is the actual step to do. This is an amazing gift. This is part of the digital reputation management that I'm doing, helping to clear the name up of Kangen, reclaiming our names online. This is critical that you do this. And all this does is just turns off your friends. It's like saying, here's my database, go ahead, here's all my friends, all my contacts, all my business, all my customers. So unethical people, I call the pirates of the Caribbean, come and prey on this unused equity or used equity that's actually your equity. But if you can turn that off, imagine what you can do. You can develop relationships. You can communicate with people on social sites. You can connect with people. You can connect with 25 people a day on Facebook. Now type in, I like skiing. So if I was in Phoenix, I'd say, skiing groups in Phoenix. Well, there are, hundreds. Connect with one group of organizers. Say, we're all going up to Mount Lemmon. Is it still in business? When I was a kid, Mount Lemmon was here. I'm sure it's still here, but a local ski resort. On any subject, you can connect with people. So critical that you do this. Testimonial marketing. Imagine how many people's lives, how much fun we're having at live events, home parties, social events, team training, recognition events. Imagine about this, because this is really the essence of sharing the positive message. But the thing about social media is about trust. And it's about crowdsourcing that third-person opinion. It's so critical because if you just went to a website, the marketing director made the website, which is about his product, and gave you his opinion. Wouldn't you want to know what all of us feel about the Kangen machine? Wild horses couldn't tear it out of our hands. Right? That's testimonial marketing. By capturing that essence from the people that you work with. I think this for the industry and this for social media is the biggest thing. But recognition, because the 5 values that I teach in my program, we're going to have them over here at the booth tomorrow and the next day, is sponsoring, recruiting, leverage, edification, and recognition. Recognition is so critical. When you're doing something in conversational marketing, you say, hey, I see that you have a blog and you have 1 million people in your weekly blog. Congratulations. And your blog talks about the importance of hydration. And the importance of hydration in your life, for performance, for all aspects of your life. I work for a company that has this water technology, and I'd like to share it with you. Wouldn't it be nice to get to one person in conversational marketing that had 1 million people in their weekly blog and they were just doing it because they were a blogger? Now, these are the types of things I want to talk about. I'm going to present a terribly easy solution towards the end of this, but imagine the value of these things. Conversational marketing is about learning how to join the conversation on your page. Now, this is easy because these conversations are going all the time. I can't think of what to say. I can't think of a subject. Join the conversation. People talking about endurance, people talking about health, people talking about opportunity, people talking about scrapbooking. Interesting subject. 1 out of every 3 households in the domestic U.S. does scrapbooking. Well, there's 329 million registered U.S. citizens and 50 million foreign nationals. It's nearly 400 million people and growing. So imagine how to join that conversation. There's 850 million on Facebook. So why would I think that's a gift? So in this model here, what's so critical, I've studied a lot of your pages, and I've studied a lot of internet strategy. There's so much buy my product, buy my product, buy my product, and yet there's no conversation. There's no edification, there's no recognition, there's no team support. Imagine the edification of just the 5 of us bound together, and we all did the same procedure every day, and it looked like we were an army of hundreds of thousands. Because just these people in this valley could look like, a Trojan horse, if you will, online. This is a gift. I really want you to share this, because if you just post things and there's no comments, it's called a dead channel. So I'm going through this brief. Who thinks I talked with him?
Yeah.
So he told you it's like a fireball, didn't he? So this is a 2-day training in 30 minutes. So imagine what I feel like. So the 1-2 punch we're going to talk about over the weekend, which is ListPipe, a magic blogging system. It's $10. We write the content, we produce the content, we deliver the content, we do the optimization on your social channels. So we effectively run you online. You're going to hear a lot more about this. But you can go to imagicsocial.com. for $10 a month. Eli called me the other night with Julia, are they still in here? He said, Bill, I got a problem. Yeah, Eli? A woman just called me, she wants to buy a machine. That sounds positive. What are you going to do? I don't know. I said, what's the problem? And she called me because she saw my blog online. He's never done anything online. He does the email. Right? So the person just called and said, I wanted to buy. This blew him away. So I said, did you take the order? He said, yes. So what I did is I did a keyword and phrase study in the domestic U.S. just for network marketing, direct selling, 1,000 keywords and phrases just on Google. 66 million people were looking for opportunity. That's what the joblessness market is right now. Right? Health and wellness is 40 times that size online. So we're talking about a product with incredible health and wellness values. Endurance, opportunity, community, lifestyle, the three principles they taught. On the other hand is my training, which is Leaders Online. I call it LOL. I tell everybody I'm the CFO, I'm the Chief Fun Officer. So I chose the name LOL. And it's just about having fun. I condensed my 2-day training into 4 DVDs and a workbook. And a special price at Don Crosser in Lancaster, just you guys, is $75. So the $75 for the training, $10 a month. If you're interested, there's going to be a booth. I'm going to show people all weekend long. I'm going to help you with questions. I'm going to do all kinds of things. I'm going to share a few things today with you. But this is the challenge. When I started 18 months ago with Don and the corporate staff, there were 5 companies that were literally stealing your traffic by using your name online to sell their products. Doesn't this suck? Yeah. I call this suck. So to me, I was thinking, this is bad, so we kept studying it. Now today there's 47 companies stealing your name. I think all those others made it up because you weren't using your name online. This is how many people are going under. They're de-edifying you by going, our machine's just as good, we'll do all the things like, it's $500, not $4,000. I've been to 10 of these demos with Dr. Dave. He buys them and puts them in his garage and tests them all. They don't work. They don't even work, but they can make these claims because they don't care because they're pirates of the Caribbean. So we need to reclaim our name. So I said, I used a little beaver, and they built a dam above, they stole the water. We need to break the dam down, and I have a tool to do that, $10 a month. A guy named Kip Kipling in Tucson, I talked you up. Kip Kipling in Tucson, does anyone know him? He's an Arizona guy. He called me when we first launched this with a study of top leaders. And he said, what's that thing about that stupid blog you have? Well, it works pretty well. It's $10. He said, I'm an internet marketer, social media marketer. I'm a Canadian distributor down in Tucson. This was about 4 weeks ago. I said, well, tell me what you're doing. He's spending thousands of dollars, spending 60, 80 hours a week doing internet marketing. So he's not sponsoring, not recruiting, which is how you make money. Right? He couldn't get within 20 pages of the home page, but he got from page 40 to page 20. On one entry. And so I said, here's the good news. You know that good search engine optimization takes 90 days, right? He said, yes. I said, the use of your time, if I got you all your time back and all your money for $10, would you be interested? Yes. I said, take it for 90 days, total of $30. He posted on my Facebook wall. You can see it there now. Bill Ganz, Kip Kipling here. I apologize officially in public on your Facebook wall. I was wrong. I am now position 1, 3, 7, and 10 on the home page. Now this is what I'm talking about. It's simply introducing content the way Google wants it, and that's what we do for you. We literally run it for you, so you don't have to stop internet marketing. You don't have to stop your social media. You don't have to be a media producer. You don't have to be an agency. I am. We will do this for you. MagicSocial.com, and these are all on that page. And there's a tutorial video, there's an instructional video. Very terribly simple. But this is what I look at. This drives me nuts. When I go and type in your name and these come up. Your name doesn't even come up when you type in your name. So we have to fix this together. So $10 a month, I'll do all the work, I'll do all the lifting, I'll make you look good, I'll represent you, and in the byproduct, targeted traffic happens because we send highly optimized content that Google says, oh, here's a good search query. They send people. I mean, it's been having Dr. Dave, like 7, Jeannie Betts, Basso. There's a number of people that have done some really incredible things. But this is about what it's about. If you build a fortress around your brand, which is what we have to do, we own the space of belly to belly. There is no product in the world in any industry that has a better demonstration value than the Kangen machine. Period, bar none. None. Anyone head to head won't do anything. It's horrid. But online, we need to do that. So these simple pieces of blog material that we do are very valid. So they come out of a high energy demonstration. They want to go find, due diligence. I want to find solid, stable information. I'm considering a fairly, large purchase. $4,000 is a large purchase. And I want to have a very concentrated thing. So if a wife said to her husband, I found this thing, I went to the demo, I absolutely love it, it's going to help the kids, we're going to make money. Honey, let's go to dinner and take a look. And he goes, you got to do one of those things. It's not very good. Let me buy you the $500 machine, and after a couple months, if you like it, we'll look at this other one. We've got to get rid of that. We've got to get rid of that. We can't compete with that. We can't compete with that. $10 right there. $10. So reclaim the name. Social media internet marketing does it fast. We do it personally. We do it in the Valley. But imagine if we had just 500, and we're attacking the Valley with geo-targeted content for you unilaterally. Your team, because you have your team in, the company, the team, the brand, the product, the service, your distributor ID number, your replicates, like all your information is growing for you. And we take over the Valley, so when someone does a search on us, what do they find? Us. We have to find us when we do a search on us. We can't find some convoluted, disturbing information where all these people are making totally random claims that aren't substantiated. So phase 1 is just literally looking at the importance of the name online Kangen. The leaders online, if you want help for conversational marketing and understanding sponsoring locally, nationally, and globally, infinite warm marketing socially, nationally, and globally, and the list price system. $10 if you want that. We are here all weekend at field questions, talk to people. There are so many leaders and field people that are doing this now, so there are many people we talk about. $10 a month. But in anything from belly to belly, three-way calls, home demos, live events, and networking events, when somebody goes from that level of conviction when they saw the demo, what are they going to do for a $4,000 purchase?
Go online.
They're going to Google it. They're going to do it on a $50 something. They're going to do it for a coupon. They're going to do it for anything today. A cell phone, a car, insurance, anything you do, they're going to validate it. So I just think this is our important thing. But what we do is we represent you online like Avatar. We do your social media, we do your media development, your social networks, internet marketing, and we optimize it and deliver it to you on your blog, on your Facebook, on your Twitter, directly there. And then you drop down one menu, and I'll show you the demo if you come by my booth tomorrow. It drops down 3,000 other social sites you can post it to on one click. There's nothing you have to do. It has an email page. You can put in your email and say, hey, Aunt June, I was thinking about you. Let me look at this article. We're writing with the company. The company's attorneys are approving them, so it's compliant media. I call it MLM, marketing legal media. So it's compliant, it's vetted, it's highly produced, it's highly optimized, and delivered for you at a total sum of $10 a month. So I want to talk about this. This is many of the leaders that are doing it now. This was a control group that we started with, and then we went out to a larger group, then we went out to a larger group, but many of these people are doing it. So sponsoring, recruiting, leverage, edification, recognition, conversational marketing online, it's different. I said in the keynote speech just recently, social media, everything's the same, it's only different. Network marketers have always been social networkers well previous to the internet. But it's different. Some of the strategies, some of the techniques, some of the etiquette's different. It's terribly simple, it takes minutes to learn. And once you know how to do it, hey, I see you're this. It's mostly about edification. It's mostly about recognition. Any conversation's about that. But if I give you these techniques, and if I give you sites to go to, and if I give you a whole laundry list, the thing about having a plan, which I did pre-built for you, if you have a plan, you don't have to think. If you have to think, does anyone realize that internet marketing, social media marketing, at 5 minutes, are important? But now, how much time in your day do you have to do it? I'm 27 years, so it was intuitive for me. But for me to teach you all these things would take a lifetime, literally at this point. So when you go through the process, it's 3 steps. You press the Get Started button. You put in these fields of information about you. You pick a header. There's about 40 or 50 headers. They're all custom and magic, Kangen water, change your life. And then you set the preferences, where you live and things like that. Press send, that's the last time. 5 to 7 minutes total use of your time, $10 a month. You're now an internet marketer, social media marketer, and a media developer. Now, I can tell you this is a great use of time. So you can go to this site, thenagicsocial.com, and you can learn all about it. I'll be here all weekend. We brought some product. We're going to share this. We're going to get a technique. Please, everybody, turn your friends list off on Facebook. I'm saying this to you because by the time we fix the name online, we're going to have to go back and stop getting chicken-hawking people coming down and preying on our customers and saying, hey, I see you with that Kangen. Can I show you something better, faster, cheaper? I don't know what they told you. That's horrible. And they're lying. How about any question? Do I have 2 minutes? 2 minutes.
Can you put that slide back up and say how to
I think I got the hook. I think this is the hook sign. When the screen goes black, that means still your name up. This side?
No, how to turn off your...
He wants your Facebook.
Oh yeah, hold on. Yes, wait. This is very valuable. I'm glad you asked that. Because to me, this is the most important first step. And I got to tell you that this just happened. So what's going to happen is all these people are going to be praying on your site, and then your friends that they're off, they're going to be like, hey, wait, where was my list that the magic distributors were building for me? And I'm at another company. Sure. And we're going to be doing webinars with all the leaders. Bill and I are going to start doing a call each week. Eli and I have been doing calls. Dr. Dave and I have been doing calls. We're going to start doing calls all the time. What I want to do with the teams is do 1 tip a week. Because if we moved everybody in this 1 tip a week, 5 minutes a week, we will just move mountains in this valley, but we'll move mountains with this product. We have to share. Kip Kipling in Tucson.
How does it work if there's several of us in one town and we're all popping up first and third?
I would tell you that'd be a great benefit. I can't give any one person special treatment, but what we can do is now there's 40 pages of other companies that have your equity. You're like 50 pages back. So I think if we have that problem, but here's the thing, if she were to introduce this to me and I were to go home and do due diligence, and I would see her page, there's no price difference, and I only have a relationship with her. Why would I leave the relationship that I have? Because we're in the relationship business